Hello guys. Welcome to our next session of English learning. Today we are going to learn a very important topic of grammar, subject-verb agreement. It is an important part of English learning, that we use correct forms of the verb with the subject in a sentence. Failing to do so, makes our English horrible. It is just like mathematics. As we have some rules in mathematics that we must follow to get the correct answer, English also has these rules to get the correct meaning of the sentence. So, I welcome you all to a new and interesting session of English learning. Let's begin, but, before doing so I want you to take a pen and a notebook and try doing some on your own, as I tell you some basic rules of English in this session. Let us first understand what subject-verb agreement is. The subject-verb agreement simply means the subject and verb must approve in number. This means both must be singular or both must be plural. Here are some examples. My dog always growls at the postal carrier. Basketballs roll across the floor. I don't understand the assignment. These clothes are too small for me. Peter doesn't like vegetables. Now, if you look closely, the subject in the first sentence is my dog, and the verb used is growls. In the second sentence, basketballs is the subject, and roll is the verb. In the third one, I is the subject, and understand is the verb. Similarly, these clothes and Peter are the subjects in the fourth and the fifth sentences respectively, whereas, are and like are verbs in the same. In all the sentences with a singular subject, that is, my dog, Peter, the verb has an extra s added to it. While, in the sentences with a plural subject, has a base form of the verb, that is no s or es has been added. Let's explore a series of subject-verb agreement rules required to ace questions based on sentence correction. So, the first rule is, when two subjects are joined by and, the verb is plural. For example, my friend and his mother are in town. Explanation, when we use an in a sentence, we join two or more subjects together. That is, they did it together. So we use the plural form of the verb, which is the base form of the verb without s or es. Rule 2, when two singular nouns joined by and, refer to the same person or thing, the verb is singular. For example, the captain and coach of the team has been sacked. The captain and the coach of the team have been sacked. Explanation, in the first sentence, only one article has been used, so the captain and coach is the same person, while in the second sentence, two articles are used, so they refer to two different persons. The subject in the first sentence is singular, and in the second sentence, it is plural. Rule 3, indefinite pronouns, everyone, each one, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, anyone, anybody, etc., are always singular. For example, everyone is selfish. We do not use are in this sentence. This rule does not apply to few, many, several, both, all, some. Explanation, in the above sentence, everyone refers to every person in a group, but, as an individual, not a group, so, the subject becomes singular. Same happens with the words listed in the rule. Whereas few, many, several, both, all, and some refer to a group not an individual, so they become plural. Rule 4, when the percentage, or a part of something is mentioned with plural meaning, the plural verb is used. For example, 40 of every 100 children are malnourished. Explanation, when we use percentage to represent something, it refers to the whole group, not anyone or anything stand alone, and that makes the subject plural. Thus, we use plural form of the verb too. Rule 5. When the subjects joined by either or neither nor are of different persons, the verb will agree in person and number with the noun nearest to it. For example, neither you nor your dogs know how to behave. Either of the books is fine for mat preparation. Always remember that, when either and neither are used as pronouns, they are treated as singular, and always take the singular verb. Rule 6. If connectives, or appositives like along with, together with, as well as, accompanied by, etc., are used to combine two subjects, the verb agrees with the subject mentioned first. For example, Lord Ram, accompanied by his wife Sita and his brother, was banished to the forest. Explanation: any connective or appositive used to join more than two subjects follows the rule to give more importance to the person or thing mentioned first. That's why subject changes according to them, so is the verb in the sentence. There is another very important rule in English which says, if you have got some bad news, put yourself, or the eldest one first. Rule 7. Subject-verb agreement in a number of, and, the number of. A number of, some countable noun, is always plural. The number of, some countable noun, is always singular. For example, a number of students are going on the trip. Explanation: a number of represents indefinite pronoun of people, so it becomes plural, while the number of represents definite pronouns, so it becomes singular. Always remember, the number of refers to a group as an entity. Anything referring to one entity is singular. Rule 8. The singular verb form is usually used for units of measurement, or time. For example, 5 gallons of oil was required to get the engine running. Explanation: capacity, metrics, and time are always referred to as one entity. Time is singularity, so are other units of dimensions. They are definite. We must use singular verb with these. Rule 9. When any of, few, many, several, both, all, some, is used with a countable noun, the verb is plural. For example, some men are needed for the battle. Explanation: these words are used with plural subjects. They never represent a group as a single entity, so they need a plural form of verb. Rule 10. When any of these, few, many, several, both, all, some, is used with an uncountable noun, the verb is singular. For example, some milk is spoilt. Explanation: uncountable nouns can never be plural. For instance, water, air, tea, sugar, etc., have different meaning when singular. In plural form, they have a totally different meaning. We must use singular form of verb here. subject-verb agreement is essential to make sure that a sentence is grammatically correct. Thus, the above 10 basic rules can help you to master subject-verb agreement. Most of us do not give importance to these rules, while these are very important. Give some time to study these rules, and practice them too. Unless we practice anything, we do not get used to it. The more we practice, the more we learn. Thanks everyone. Hope you understood the concept well. English is a very easy language, it all depends on our perception. I'll sign off for now, to meet you soon with a new concept of the grammar.